Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to another Daily Market Report brought to you by Mike Bjork. Today is Wednesday, Hump Day, and it's February 15th. I hope you guys had a wonderful time with your loved ones last night during Valentine's Day. We'll jump right over into it, and we got some economic news releases, starting with the manufacturing in the New York region. Empire State Index, this is for February's numbers, and we got 13.5 for the number for January. We figured it would climb up a little bit to about 15, and we actually exceeded. So to a positive note, manufacturing picked up in February versus what it did in January. So those are pretty good numbers there. So we'll start kind of industrial production as a whole, country-wise. For January's, if we look at December's numbers, we had 1%. Now we figured it would come down a little bit to 0.8%, and actually it went to 0. So January's numbers for overall industrial production really wasn't that good. We're almost at a standstill, actually. And capacity utilization for January, we had 78.6%. We figured it remained the same, and actually just dipped a little bit. So this is again for January's numbers. Home builders index for February, they had 25 back in January. We figured it'd climb up a little bit, and it exceeded. So home builders are feeling a little bit more optimistic about where things are at. It's positive news there, but we are well below where we really need to be for normal market. Where we need to be for normal market is closer to 50 to 60 range. We need to be in that range for kind of more of a normal market. So as you can see, we got a long ways to go, but we are heading in towards a more of a positive atmosphere here, or positive outlook of where things are moving. And then later today, we had the Fed minutes from back in their January 26th meeting. This will be 11 o'clock Pacific Standard Time when those Fed minutes will be released. So that will have definitely a big impact in the market. This will probably be the big news for the week. But because everybody, what the investors are trying to gauge, as I mentioned yesterday, they want to see if the Fed, if they're all unanimous as to keeping the rates low to 2014 as they had mentioned, or is there some disparity where maybe they make raise rates sooner. So they want to kind of take a look at those minutes. So that will be important for investors, and that will have a big impact on the market. So let's jump over to the headline news we got today. Stock market is a little mixed. The Dow was down, but the Standard & Poor's and Nasdaq were up a little bit. And there's part of it is it's kind of some of the decent news we had on the calendar with the economic news release, but then there's still some concerns about Greece that maybe they may not meet their austerity measures or what they need to complete for their austerity measures here. So there's still some concern. Germany's kind of looks to be putting a stand and drawing a line as to what needs to be done, to kind of get this involved before they hand over any money. China seems to be stepping in, but nobody really knows exactly to what capacity they're willing to step in to help out. So we'll go ahead and also take a look here. I noticed today that there hasn't been really any talk about it, but oil went up over $100 now. It's at 101.75 so far this morning per barrel. So be prepared to see higher gas prices here probably the next few months. So obviously that unfortunately we all hate to see higher costs at the gas pump. So let's take a look here where interest rates are at, where the bond market lies. We are actually heading upwards. We touched off the 10-day moving average. We are above the 10-day moving average and kind of fighting the ceiling above us. We still have that opening gap to close. As we mentioned yesterday, we had that opening gap to the higher. It was about 12 basis points. We need to get that closed. And so right now, interest rates are better today. We should have better interest rates today versus what we had yesterday. All right, folks, you guys have a wonderful day. Catch you guys tomorrow. And if you're on Mike's Daily Market Report or my YouTube channel, please subscribe and get your free updates. Take care.